Hey guys!
Welcome back!
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Oshs.
I'm Akela.
And we are Cue the Commentary. And on this podcast, we do a lot of Am I the Asshole Reddit scenarios where people will write in to the general public, which is us, and we decide whether or not they are the a-hole in the situation or not.
Because
sometimes
you just need that unbiased opinion because
Yep.
you can't ask the people around you because maybe they are the problem or maybe you are the problem. And we're here to solve that mystery for you. And we want to bring it to you because we love to hear your opinions and your feedback on the stories that we tell.
let's begin.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, so make sure you guys give us a rating. We are
Yes.
up on the
We
rating.
actually are up.
So
We are. What are we at now? Let's check right now. Live check.
last time we were at what, 100?
I saw 129.
129. We're at 172.
No fucking way.
Which is kind of crazy. 'Cause
No
I swear I was like,
fucking way.
we want 150 the next episode. And
no,
we are
what?
up.
Did you 172?
172, yeah. We're almost at 200, guys.
Wait,
So
that's a lot.
No, it's crazy.
Oh my god, guys, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm telling you, when I see like a podcast, like if I'm starting a podcast and that number that I
Yeah.
see, if it's more than like 100,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like
Yeah,
people listen to
it's
them.
legit.
It's legitimate.
So if you guys really want to support us,
That's
please head over to our
wild.
Spotify and like rate us, leave a comment.
I met a
That
bunch
really
of
helps
people
us.
at there was a party
We like
in
face each
Toronto.
other.
Yeah.
We never do this,
There was a party. My friend throws this party called Spin the Block. She's like a great DJ. Her name is Jamie Lee. So I went to this party and I ran into so many people. Like I was getting like, oh my god, Oshs and Akela, I've been watching you guys forever. Da, da, da. And then some people watch us and then forgot about us. And I'm like, but have you do you know we have a podcast now?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I literally made them follow us.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, we have a podcast now. I think you're gonna like it. It's like it's better.
You're gonna like
It's
it.
good.
You're
Yeah, you're
gonna
gonna
like
like
it.
it. Trust me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my god, no, I didn't even know. And then yeah, so
No, I tell people like that too. Whenever
Yeah.
we see them, and whenever we see subscribers, and they're like, "I used to watch you." I'm like,
Like, well,
yeah.
we've
In
upgraded.
case you don't know,
There's been an update.
we
in
still
the
create
system.
content,
Yep.
just on a different platform.
And it's a podcast now.
Yeah.
And when people tell me that they watch our podcast, I literally I look them
love
in the eye
it.
and I'm like, do you really like it? Like, do you actually like it?
You're
And they're
so
like, "No, I
weird.
love
Stop
it."
scaring them
I'm not trying to be
away.
scared, I just want to get a real gauge if they
Yeah.
actually like it
Yeah.
or if they're just being nice. But like everyone has been super positive so
Yeah.
far.
No, I love the
Yeah.
feedback. I love when they're like, I've been watching you guys and I love the podcast.
Yes, that's
Like,
my
you know,
favorite.
'cause-
That's my
'cause it's
absolute
that
favorite.
transition. Like
They've
the followers
grown
who
with
transitioned
us.
with us, we really appreciate.
Because they
you
saw
guys.
us start as like get ready with me YouTubers,
Yeah.
then mukbangers, then they waited for the pause, and then they're
Yeah.
now with us again. Like that's are you my
Yeah,
best
no,
friend?
Speaking of like people who watch Oshs and Akela, did you see that TikTok I sent you of
Which one?
when they're like, when
Oh.
when you've grown up watching Toronto YouTubers, so now you sound like, and they're like, are you dumb?
And it's
and people
crazy.
tagged us in the comments, and I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, did we really sound like you sounded?
I
like
for
that.
sure sounded like
You
that.
definitely.
I've had
sounded
like a
that.
change.
You definitely have to grow out of the Toronto slang era.
It's really bad.
but
It's
'cause
worse
heavy
when
in
you
high
go
school,
to high
right?
school in
so
Scarborough.
bad in high school.
Ooh.
Do you ever just hear like the teen boys just talk amongst themselves, like on
But
the bus or on the
yes,
subway? I'm just like,
absolutely.
wow, we really sound like what those videos
Yeah,
are.
the videos. 100%. But you know
Yeah.
what's even the scariest? It's when you hear that and you see a grown person. Because sometimes
No.
they don't.
that's
it doesn't grow
they
out.
don't
of them.
grow
But
out of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
Sometimes
They're
you turn
Toronto
around
to the core.
and they're like 35.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
this is a horror movie
Yeah.
I'm watching
Yeah,
right now.
grow
'Cause
up.
Stop.
Mhm.
Grow up and stop. That's not your voice. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to sound like that. Take it down or
Yeah.
take it off. Like I absolutely that's the worst.
That's
That's when I see a
hilarious.
young person
That
doing
is
it, I'm like, it's
hilarious.
fine. They're gonna
Yeah.
they're just a child. But when they're grown, it says so much about them. Like
Absolutely.
it's a lot. Anyway, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been chilling,
How's life?
living life. How have you been? Miss
Great.
vacationing.
Oh yeah, just came back from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Was I got sick on the trip. Bro,
For some reason, there is
know.
something in the air in the Dominican Republic because
We talked to somebody
we
else.
even talked
She
to someone else. I got sick. You
She
guys
got
know
sick,
that.
Yeah.
She got sick.
got
And then
sick.
someone else just came back from there and she's sick.
She's
so
still sick.
She's still sick.
I
Yeah.
just got over my sickness. Like I'm okay now.
Yeah.
But like 2 days ago, I was so sick. Like after we
Crazy.
came back from that event,
Yeah.
like I was like my head was pounding.
Because you also drank.
I was
That's
drinking
the worst.
and
You
like
dehydrate yourself, you know?
right. And then I just felt like when I got home, like I was being distracted by my sickness. But when I got
Yeah.
home, like I finally felt it, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh no. And I had like a fever and everything. Like it was not
shit.
it.
Yeah.
But and then I also got like a random allergic reaction, so I have an appointment coming up to get allergy
testing?
because like I don't know if it was the specific food there or
Yeah.
like I actually developed a new
Allergy. That's what happened with me. Like, you eat certain food all your life, and then all of a sudden you're hit with an allergy, and
if
you're
I
like,
have
oh
to
shit.
carry around a fucking EpiPen,
What's wrong with that?
I'm gonna lose my shit.
What's
No.
wrong with that? Are you dissing us?
I
Like,
am.
it's a lifestyle.
You know what's crazy though? I grew out of my cherry.
You were allergic to cherries.
I was
forgot
allergic
that.
to cherries.
So
and then I grew out
random.
of it.
Like,
because I had a cherry the other day and I just itched a little and I was fine.
don't push it.
No.
That's what happens though with my
No.
shrimp allergy. My lips would just like itch a little
My
bit,
lips don't itch,
and
though.
then I died. Like I died. I almost died. Like literally.
No, you were
Don't push
bad.
it.
You're
Don't
bad.
push it.
You're bad. No,
Yeah.
but mine like downgraded. I don't know if that's
I
possible.
thought that too
No,
with
you
my
need to stop,
allergy,
and
but
you
then
keep
it
thinking
didn't.
that.
So I'm like, don't push yourself because
Ooh.
it actually might come back like 10 times harder. It matters on
it was
your
really delicious though.
your immune system that
Yeah.
day too.
That's
Like if it
I
can
don't-
fight it off.
That's the thing. I don't know. So
Yeah.
but in DR, I ate some weird fish. I threw up, and I had like the gnarliest like allergic
Gnarly.
reaction. Yeah, it's a new word for me.
No, it was pretty gnarly though. I
was
saw the
pretty bad.
pictures. Yeah, it was pretty
all
crazy.
over my face, my head. I was worried that it was gonna like scar, but like
No.
I'm fine now.
No,
It's okay.
It was just like hives, kind of, right?
It was like hives, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I broke out into like pretty bad hives. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Now you're fine.
that was
So just you think it's like I was gonna say like the plane for the sickness, like for the cold, because you
No,
were
like,
all
yeah,
sharing
yeah,
the same
yeah.
air
maybe
for 5 hours.
Yeah.
someone on there definitely is sick. You know,
DR was fun though. Other
was
than
fun.
that, I still had a great time. Still drank every single day. And,
Yeah.
like, had a blast.
that's great.
Yeah. Oh, let's
should we
talk
talk
about. You want to start with Kylie Jenner's stupid ass?
Well, dang, when you put it like that, I guess I have no choice. Okay,
No, just like
let's
that
not
clip.
say that, but
Kylie Jenner. You want to start with Kylie
it's
Jenner?
not that she's stupid. She thinks we are stupid.
but that makes me angry.
You think we think all you got done was a little lip filler?
Can we start and tell them what the fuck we're talking about first?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so we obviously are watching it's the most boring season.
I'm not watching.
I need Tristan to cheat. I need Tristan to I need him to fuck up their lives because it's so boring. I can't even get through an episode without like skipping now. Like
really?
the last
I'm not
season
even
was the
watching.
best. It's so boring. Don't
Yeah.
watch. Like I wouldn't recommend.
I just
it.
saw the one clip that went viral.
So she's talking and confiding to her sister Kendall about how the internet is bullying her every time she has like an outing and over analyzing her face and her procedures that she had done, which we do that. But she's basically saying like, I'm surprised that I still have confidence with how the internet attacks me. And then she goes on to be like, she cries and then she just like as if I haven't already dissolved half my lip filler. The lips aren't the issue. The lips were an issue in 2016.
Like
that's
that
not
is
the
so
issue no more.
dated. Yeah.
So we know you did more. Like you can't,
babe,
we're
like
not
your
stupid.
whole face is constructed. It's
Like at least
shut
own up to what you had done because clearly something went wrong and you looked a little weird for a second. You know?
and just like what kills me is like if you put a video of someone crying with some sad music in the background, you're gonna see comments like that say, "Oh, guys, she's a person too." And then it's just recently I'm seeing people like make stitched videos to Kylie Jenner crying on Kendall's shoulder about how we're talking about her, and they're like, "Boo hoo hoo!" Like, shut the fuck up! Like,
I saw that.
Nobody cares because you started it. Like, you actually started it, and you know what? I think what
kind of does feel bad.
What is there to feel bad about? I feel
she
bad
was
for young
always
Kylie.
the quote. Yeah, the
I
young
feel bad for
Kylie.
baby Kylie. Fine, because
she
I'm
was
sure
the
it's
quote
hard.
unquote like like not ugly, but she wasn't as
She
attractive.
she was like everybody.
She was considered
picked at her, and
I hate using that word on a kid, but yeah, they did. The internet did pick on her.
They
back
picked
in the
on her
day, for
because
sure.
like that's the thing too. Like if you grow up with 6 sisters, you're gonna have the thickest skin because everyone around you is gonna consistently like compare you guys. Who's the prettiest? Who's the smartest? Who's this? And like, and especially if you're a girl, like it's just like the sadness of being a girl. You're constantly being,
and that
like,
family
analyzed.
what they're known for.
Yeah,
it's literally setting the beauty standard, right? So like,
you guys
obviously she's gonna be criticized for her beauty if that's all you guys bring to the table.
And
like you
changed your face so much.
Yeah.
It's like, did you want us to not say anything
or
like,
not notice it
or not notice? Like you went from looking completely like
normal,
like a normal person to like the Kylie Jenner we know. Like, and it's like day and night. So it's obviously we're gonna talk about it, but you cannot. And I don't know. It's just tone deaf to. You know what I mean? Like, do you want us to feel bad for you on top of everything else we're sad about in this life right now?
And
like,
people, honestly, that's a really good point. But people were also saying that, like she has never felt bad for her following. That, like, she was influencing other younger girls who were looking up to her to get lip fillers, to get like unattainable beauty procedures done to them.
Yeah,
and like. try to look like Kylie, but they don't really know what Kylie's done to Kylie,
Yeah.
you know, and she's not like telling them or anything, so they just think.
How refreshing would it be if she was like, guys, imagine Kylie Jenner was like, I know what I did to society. Like, I know the weight of how me changing my face, even though it's like a small act for her. Like, obviously you can understand, like, she's just a person.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was younger, constantly being compared to and everything, like, makes you want to, like, change yourself. Like, it makes you want to do what you think you need to do to look beautiful and be accepted by the society, right? Whatever. But, like, if she, like, how cool would it be if she came on and was like, guys, I understand what I did. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I was insecure about my face, and that's why I had to do what I had to do. I don't know. I think she would shake shit up. Yeah. Like, if she did that. Do you remember when girls were like, when there was like that
Kylie
lip suction?
Jenner challenge, like
the suction thing?
It was literally called the lip challenge
because they fucked up their lips, and they like. Obviously, people are stupid for doing. I did it, actually.
Did you really?
I did it. Yeah, I did it, but I didn't hurt myself. But like people who did it for too long or something, like obviously don't do everything you see on the internet. But I don't know.
I just don't like the lying about the procedures too. Like not owning up to anything but the lip fillers when it's so clear that you did more. You know.
I just have a problem feeling sad or bad for people who are like part of like the top 1% wealthiest people who don't really do anything to help anybody. Like, do you remember one time like one of her like close friends or like a makeup artist that she's been working with forever got into like had like a brain injury or something, and she wouldn't help him pay for anything? Do you remember this?
No.
Like she like it was like this big controversy, and it's just like I cannot feel bad for these people. Do you know what I mean? Like you can cry actually 7 rivers. Like I will not feel bad for you.
Yeah. Are you sure that wasn't like misinformation though?
It might have been. I don't know. But that's what I saw. So
I remember her buying like a diamond necklace or something for her makeup artist.
I saw that.
So I'm like, maybe she is actually, you know, very generous.
I saw that.
I don't know.
But then there was like an accident where she was like, she posted a GoFundMe.
That's crazy.
And it's like, why don't you just pay the GoFundMe, babe?
With all of your billions.
With all of your dollars.
Posting a GoFundMe. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Wait, I was going to say something. Oh my God, are you watching Love Island? USA?
I just watched episode 1 last night, so.
It is fucking good.
Yeah, no, the guy that's like 7 feet tall. Sir.
The black guy?
Yes. Oh. How he had 3 girls out on his like little circle. And
I was like, literally like yawn, like eye roll.
I was like, you couldn't choose anyone like a little bit shorter or less attractive, because then obviously he like, you know, he has like leverage in this.
Absolutely. And men who are 6'8" and like, okay,
handsome.
It's bad because
so
it's
handsome.
Like he was beautiful, but men who are like that, like 6'8", beautiful. All the girls, and like I hate to
you
say,
have no
like,
issue finding a girl outside of the show. Is that what you're about to say?
No. I'm gonna say
that.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say like they're so boring. Like these kind of men have
to
never had to
watching.
Work. I'm only on like episode 3.
Okay,
but like those kind of men have never had to work hard for anything in their life. They're almost like princesses. Do you know what I mean? Like
there's pretty privilege for men. Can we talk about that too?
Privilege.
Yeah,
and then like I'm against it, but like when you're a black man, 6'8". You are what every freaking girl wants. Like, you know what I mean?
Race, too.
Of every race. Of actually, even mostly, like, maybe, like, the black girls are like, honestly, I'm not even fuck with you. Like, because the white and the white passing other races want you. Or, you know what I mean? Or, like, the non-white, whatever, the other POCs.
No, you have no issue finding a girl.
So facts. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
yeah. Anywhere you go.
He just seems... I don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna see.
Oh.
You need to catch up so we can talk about Love Island, because Love Island
is a great topic to talk about. No, I'm watching episodes. I'm watching the episodes. I'm catching up.
Seriously.
So next podcast we can definitely talk about it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the finale by the next episode, honestly.
Like a month.
Yeah. So no. We should definitely come back like next.
Do you have a favorite so far?
I definitely like the girl with the braids. I'm not good with names, but the girl with the braids.
Yes.
Pretty smile. I like her. I don't like her partner though.
Odell's brother?
I think so.
Yeah. The guy with the braids.
The light skin one.
Yeah. He's so mesquine.
Is he mesquine?
He's a baby though. He's only 21.
So what are you doing there?
I don't know.
Go live
and
life
she's like 26.
And experience stuff.
So he's like 21, and so it's quite an age difference. But like I really like her too. I forgot her name. Fuck, we should know their names if we're gonna talk about.
No, seriously, I'm so bad with names on shows because like I'm only watching for the plot. Like I don't. Your name is not really that important to me.
But I do
honestly,
like her.
But I like her. Who's your favorite?
I like her. I like Leah.
Okay, is that the white blonde?
No. The white girl with the black hair.
The thick one.
No, the other one. Maybe you need to watch more.
I need to watch more.
The Love Island talk will be good to put onto like stuff.
People are normally like Love Island UK. UK is the best, but this season of Love Island UK
sucks.
is apparently not that great.
I watched and I stopped watching.
Yeah, it's just not as juicy.
No, like, but they're so vapid. They just talk about the same things over and over again. And then you go onto the USA side and it's like they're actually having conversations and like
really,
yeah, they're getting a little bit more deep and like it's just the UK side is it's so shallow.
Last season was good though with Ty and Ella. Like I like that season.
Yes, that was
because it had really interesting characters with actual personalities
and the people on the show like they're just not that attractive. Like Miskeen the girls.
Oh no, yeah, no, we can talk about that. Speaking of Kylie Jenner and fillers and stuff, but I heard that in the UK anyone can do filler. Like anyone can administer filler into anyone as long as you get like a 2-day pass to do it or something like a certificate. It's very quick. Like literally anyone can do it. Yeah. You don't even need to be a nurse.
My eyebrow girl was telling me that, and I don't know if this is like completely true, but she was kind of saying how here there's like a code of ethics. Like you cannot let people go out looking crazy kind of. Not that they don't do that here, because you'll definitely see crazy looking people here too. Yeah. But there's just like no code of ethics. Like you're not actually a nurse because that's the norm for them.
So it's like what's the
and it's a new beauty standard over there.
You know,
especially like those Essex girls, like those I don't know where they're from, but like
remember Molly May and her face like when she went too far,
but she undid it because she undid it
and she looks 100,000.
She looks like a normal person now. Like, but it ages you. Like I wish they saw. I feel bad because when they come out of that villa and they see the comments of people like saying like, "Oh, let's guess their age."
Oh my god,
48, 56.
Someone had their mom guessing the age, and she's just like 50. She's like, Mom, she's 27, or like, Mom, she's 24.
They're not even 27. They're like 24.
Even just being in your 20s, like to be compared to a 50-year-old or to be
and it's like it's not even an exaggeration. Like if you're not familiar with the show and you see their face, you would actually think they're in their 50s. Like on some like, oh, that's like a hot 50-year-old.
It's the filler. It's the makeup. It's like
makeup. It's everything. It's everything. Like, it's too much. You're seeing like in real time how. Like the filler epidemic is like taking over.
For real. And I thought it was like an era, but I guess it's still going on there. You know what I mean? Like there was a filler era when like Kylie Jenner was really like 2016, 2017 kind of. But, and then we moved on to a more natural level of filler. But no, they're still very much on the huge lips, 100%. Huge everything.
Can we talk about like also it's who you surround yourself with? Because there are girls, there's like even on like the TikTok app, there are so many different aesthetics that you can kind of follow depending what your vibe is. And there very much is like the filler, the designer, like the over the top, like extravagant looking vibe that looks like a lot of the UK, like the Love Island UK girls, like how they look like. And then there's like the kind of like a different side of TikTok and like a trend where it's like there's the cool girl who she doesn't try as hard. She looks more natural. Like the makeup is more like you see her skin and like
clean girl aesthetic.
Kind of a clean girl aesthetic and kind of like clean/cool where it's like you're the way you dress is not so it's like a little bit maybe there's like more funkiness to it versus like sexiness. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like who you surround yourself with like will show in how you look. And I feel like and it's so sad but it's like and I don't mean to judge, but when I see those girls, I feel like I kind of have an idea of like what their friendship group looks like and like how they party and like what kind of restaurants they go to. Like literally kind of everything about
their whole vibe.
Their whole vibe. Yeah. I can just like, you can just tell like based on the kind of look they're going for with the fillers versus how they dress and like everything. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together.
I love that song, by the way. No, it's so great.
She really made
probably her best song.
Like it sounds like a song from like the 70s or something. Like it sounds like it's like a real classic for real.
I wish it was longer.
Yeah, it was
like it finishes so quick.
It's a great song. I tried to film that TikTok. Like, have you seen people like running on the beach?
Yeah,
but me running is actually a horse galloping on the beach. That's what it looks like.
It's the booze.
No, it says
probably hitting you in your face when you're running, aren't you?
And it's like Lucas trying to follow me with the thing, but I'm actually not going that fast. So he's like right beside me.
I don't.
It's really bad. Yeah,
I don't want.
I thought maybe I can edit it on Facetune. I can't.
It's not one of those, unfortunately.
They can. I thought there was like an editing app.
You know which one you can do though. You know when you're like in the car, but you're through the sunroof, and you're just like, while the car is driving, you're recording.
Oh, that's
yourself.
cool.
That's another one too.
Okay, I have a sunroof.
That's more like doable for us, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the idea was cute.
It was really cute. It was really really cute. Yeah. Too bad for me. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of like who you surround yourself with, we were just like looking at a picture of Justine Skye. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Justine, I feel like I see Justine Skye hanging out with like the Hailey Biebers and
no, she's evolved because
she's very much evolved.
We were following Justine Skye back in like 2014,
bro, Tumblr.
13 Tumblr days when she had purple hair,
the purple curls,
and she had that boyfriend in Brooklyn,
what
and
was
like that whole group.
He had like green eyes.
It was Glenn, Glenn or something, but he was so cute.
Can you imagine
so cute together?
Growing up in New York City, like in that era? Like how fucking cool were they?
Yeah, no, they were the coolest bunch of kids. If you know what we're talking about.
You're 28 years old.
Yeah. You're
or older.
You're definitely, in the late.
You're late 20 gang for sure.
Early 90s crew, but
we're not early 90s.
Oh yeah, we're mid. Early to mid 90s, but you understand what we're talking about. But her transition from Brooklyn to
like LA
elites, even like
elites.
the Kendall Jenners of the world,
and you know what? She's a perfect example of someone who follows like more of like that cool girl style, where even like. It goes down to even your body type with like which aesthetic you go with, because like the cool girl, like I feel like, and this is for me personally and like a lot of my friends too who grew up like bigger or thicker or whatever, like they are sick and tired of being thick now. Like obviously you don't not want to have a butt anymore, but I feel like being big or being thick or like that idea that like a lot of us in like the Black community, like like we grew up watching certain music videos and everything. We're like, okay, yeah, like being thick is the move. No, I think a lot of us are over it. And a lot of us are like, I want to be skinny because life is a lot easier.
I totally get it. I'm thick up top, so I understand the...
Stop saying that.
I am. I'm not proportionate, okay? But I'm thick up top, and I understand the struggle. Like, with this going on. And so imagine like, two. Like, bro, imagine the both.
Do you know what I mean? It's just too much. And then when you're curvy, you really have to be so strategic in how you dress. Bro. You cannot just wear something. You can't be fashionable. You cannot look. You don't look like you're a cool girl. You
can't look like a cool girl. How I want to look because of my body. It's so sad.
Your boobs will always get in the way. And then God forbid you have hips and a bum too. That's it. God. That's it.
What can we do, really?
We're saying all that with no solution.
I know. Just let us complain, okay? Like,
sorry guys. Let us know if you relate at least.
Yeah.
What else is on our list?
Victoria Paris.
Oh yeah. Okay, guys, do you know who Victoria Paris is? You just saw who she was.
I just saw her, but I know her face. She's always on my For You page. Yeah. And she's been a TikToker since like 2020, like when TikTok first. I remember seeing her a lot then.
Yes. So she blew up. And TikTok, like there are like people who are like influencers, they're making their money off TikTok, and then there are people who are like they've made it for real on TikTok. And I think she's one of those people who just are making so much money. Like I think she bought a house. The amount of things that she buys constantly, and like she's always okay, let me ask you, what do you think about people who flaunt their wealth on TikTok? Because I don't really have a problem with it.
I don't really care too, and it's like there's also a lot of rich people, and people follow you for a reason. Like, so maybe those people are really into her content, want to see what new Chanel bag you got. Like, it's people in that world, so it's like a different demographic that you're catering to.
Yeah, but she definitely caters to like normal people too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's very...
It can also be inspiring to normal people to see someone have a lot and how she got there, But if you...
inspiring, though.
Well, to go from nothing to something is inspiring, I feel,
For sure. Okay, fair.
But there's also a lot of people who look at that and they're like, you're flaunting your wealth, kind of, like with that type of lens. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't watch her content enough to even know what she's about and how she's flaunting her wealth. Like,
I just see her once in a while, right? Like she'll just show up on my timeline. But she showed up and apparently she was robbed and somebody stole her entire jewelry collection
in her home.
And apparently she knows the guy. And he's like a known robber, like who has robbed tons of people. Yeah, and apparently LAPD can't do anything about it.
But there's no camera footage. Like, what do you mean you can't do anything about it?
His face. Like, there's nothing that they can do. Apparently, yeah. I didn't get into the entire thing, but apparently there's nothing they can do. But he went into her home, took all her jewelry and everything, designer bags, and then people were stitching it, and they're like, "Dude, we don't care." Like, because so it's like there's like two sides to it, because it's like, yeah, like I don't really care. Like,
kind of like the Kylie Jenner thing.
Yeah, right. It's like, it comes at a cost. People are gonna like watching you, but they're not gonna have empathy for you. Yeah, like we will watch it, and I think like I have no issue with people showing what they have or whatever. I watch it and I'm like, wow, that's beautiful, or like that's amazing. Like one day, yeah. Because then right after she got robbed, she went to the Cartier store and she bought a watch. And I Googled the watch because I was like, wow, this is like actually the most beautiful watch I've ever seen. Why was it $18,000?
Yeah,
$18,000.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
light
like,
work.
and just like that, she just bought it. So it's like people,
That's what I was gonna say. I'd be more upset for her about like the invasion of privacy
for sure.
But the
for
things
sure,
she can get again. I don't give a fuck about the things.
and
like
they're
yeah,
probably
whatever.
insured. Like maybe she has
I don't
money,
know.
like
Yeah.
coming back to her because of it.
Yeah, she'll make it again.
She'll make it again.
That's not the issue. But to just be in someone's house, you know, like to rob someone and be in their house and like that's. And
that
is
safety scary.
Too.
That
the
is
security
scary.
Of it all, you know, like
because it's in her home. Like she moved. I think she's like she's moving out of the house because she's like this guy came back and robbed her again.
No, he did not.
So she's like, okay, I'm unsafe now. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
no. After the first time, I'm packing my shit up because
she packed.
I was gonna get all his and nothing happened to him. Oh, he's coming back for more.
Yeah,
because she's gonna
like there's nothing. She's gonna keep flaunting her shit.
Yeah, that's her whole content. Yeah, and her whole vibe, right? Yeah, do you know? Okay, I love the canceled podcast. Okay, Tana Monjo.
Yeah,
is it Monjo?
I actually don't know.
Tana Monjo and Brooke Schofields. I love those girls so much, especially Brooke. Like I don't know why, something about her vibe is just very relatable to me. But she recently moved to another apartment in her condo, and this girl is empty apartment tour. She's showing the floor plan of the empty apartment. Yeah. She's showing the view from her window.
Oh, good.
Of the Hollywood Hills sign. She's showing the buildings directly in front of her building.
Eek.
And I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Tana already has a stalker issue, like where he's showed up in her house many times. Yeah, she's had to hire 24/7 security because of that. It's an OnlyFans guy that literally is obsessed with her and he will not. Same thing happened to Trisha Paytas from OnlyFans. Like she's showing her whole floor plan, her view of where she lives. And the comments are just like, why would you do that? Knowing your friend has a stalker issue, like it's so easy to find where you live.
Brooke seems like naive, right? Like she's really miskin.
Stupid, but like, why would you do that? Like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong? Even me, like, I'm not even rich or anything, but like,
no, Sean is like very like and me too though. Like, now that I've moved out, like I'm so like I want to film content, but even like I feel like it's really identifiable where I live.
Be careful,
yeah. So I have to be careful.
Yeah, you really have to, especially at a big Brooke Schofield level where you are probably not even financially able to have like secure, like 24/7 security like Tana is. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Be more mindful. But someone stitched her video of the floor plan of the empty apartment tour, and her video was like her waving at her building, and that went viral because they're like, we have the same view. Like me and Brooke Schofield have the same view, and she showed her waving, and then I think Brooke commented something. I'm not sure, but it just goes to show you how easy it is to find your freaking apartment and to just be more mindful on social media. Like, yeah, you want to show your accomplishments and what you've done, but people are insane. Yeah. These are not all your like loyal followers and like they're here for a good reason. Like, and I'm sure Brooke and that Victoria girl has a lot of male following too.
Especially if you do OnlyFans though. Like, I think those men get obsessed and they get like possessive over you.
That's exactly what that is. They're mentally not okay. I honestly feel like if you are on OnlyFans and you're talking to these girls, you're already not okay in the head.
No, like there was like a girl talking about this. Like if you are looking at, like if you're talking to a guy, if you're meeting a guy or whatever, and if like it ever comes out that he has ever used, I'm so sorry, but he's ever used sex workers or if it's ever like subscribed literally to OnlyFans accounts and stuff, like what a red flag. Like what a like especially if they're like in their and the thing is like there are it's common, like a lot of people use them, but it's like there's something.
Why do you think they're so rich?
You.
Why do you think the OnlyFans girls are so rich?
No,
because a lot of these. Okay, I won't say like something is wrong with you if you subscribe, but if you're like messaging, like you actually think that these girls are messaging you back when it's known information
like somebody else is doing it.
They hire people to do this. You think Ruby Rose is really messaging you?
They do.
She takes the time out of her day to be like, hey, baby, I love you. Like, bro, like, be so for real. And the thing
is with Ruby Rose, I feel like Ruby Rose is such a friendly person. Just like based on videos, right? She seems so friendly and personable and like chill. Mm-hmm. Like
that's that Libra in her.
She's just seems like a very approachable person, and that is like so scary because if I was her friend, I'd be like, please, sister, stand behind me at all times. Like, what? Like, no, like, and I don't know. So I feel like because of like, if they see you have personality like that, they might be like, oh my God, you know what? Ruby Rose really might be the one. She is actually talking to me right now.
It's just
she's typing right now.
So those are the ones I think are mentally ill for sure. If you've ever had conversed with an OnlyFans girl and you actually think like, you know, she likes me.
But
Like, we have a chance.
I do think like people, I don't know.
Like, she doesn't see you like a loser for even subscribing to her OnlyFans. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
She definitely
that's
does.
the biggest. Red flag. Like,
I
if
think
you
it's a red flag, a huge red flag.
huge
It
red
is
flag
so
if you've ever
scary.
done that. That's disgusting.
Or like hired someone.
yeah. You want to talk about the Toronto influencer space?
Sure.
Because we recently went to an event, and every time I go to an event, it's just getting more and more crowded.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Because, like, as someone who's old as fuck, I'm kidding, but has been in the space for 8 years,
Yeah.
like, or 9 even now.
8, 9,
We've seen the progression of influence. Like, we were doing this
What was an
before
event?
TikTok was even a thing,
No,
right?
there was
It was just a
no
YouTuber
space.
event.
I
And
remember when YouTube Space became a thing. Remember
Yeah.
at George Brown?
there was a little creator hub.
and it's like one room.
One room.
Just
It
one
was
room.
so tiny, and they give you like a laptop. You can borrow camera equipment if you want at a fee,
Green screen.
and like,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool that Toronto even had that option for the very little YouTubers that we did have.
Mhm.
But now with TikTok, oh my god, everyone and their moms
Yeah.
are creators.
It's crazy.
It's huge, and which is a good thing because now obviously more budget is being like delegated to Canadian,
Yeah.
creators, which wasn't there before. Like,
Yeah.
we were literally getting peanuts. So yeah, there's more opportunity, but it's just how many people came from TikTok.
It's
and
wild.
Like, yeah, no, it's
Do
crazy to see.
you know if Canada's going to get the creator fund? Because I keep hearing that they're getting the creator fund.
I don't know. I feel like there's something equivalent to that maybe, but
It's
I'm
coming
not.
up.
Yeah, like it's coming up or something like that. But why don't we have that?
I don't
like,
know.
And I don't know. I'm just thinking like from a TikToker's perspective, they can put their videos on YouTube and like generate income from YouTube Shorts, but it's
Way harder
YouTube
to
Shorts. You don't get anything.
No,
like
no.
it's like cents that you get because the videos are so short.
Yeah.
What ads are they watching?
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
So yeah,
But what a change.
you have to
Like,
rely on brand deals and stuff.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. And then brands want to see you that you actually have like a following or like
Yeah.
good numbers at least. So
Mhm.
the world is
Yeah.
changing so fast.
No, seriously. And they say that every 2 to 3 years or 3 years, there's a shift in like the social media space, like how TikTok came about, and now
Yeah.
TikTok's gonna get banned 3 years later. You know,
Oh
apparently,
wow, we'll see.
we're waiting, right? So who knows? The next shift might be like everyone's a YouTuber now. Who knows?
I don't know. It's very scary.
Yeah, because you can't predict these trends. It just
No.
happens.
Podcasts or like
Yeah,
anything
speaking
you're
of
watching
like
or
social
listening
media,
to?
I will always love the Receipts podcast.
Yeah, it's a great podcast.
It used to be 3 girls, and I was watching when it was 3 girls, but now
Uh-huh.
it's 2 girls.
Do you know why Melanie left?
I have no. I think
they have
she felt
beef.
left out. That I think a lot of it was like the other 2 had a better relationship, so maybe she felt left out. But apparently, she just like emailed them one day, and
Yeah.
she's just like, "Hey, I will not be continuing this," and then that's
That's
it.
how she left?
Yeah, and
Wow.
they're huge.
They're
like
huge
they were,
in the UK.
especially in the UK.
Yeah.
They were huge. Like they had all the big influencers, still having all the big influencers on their podcast. Uche Notori,
The makeup girl?
yeah,
Oh,
and then
she's so
ZZ
beautiful.
Mills. You know
yeah,
ZZ
yeah,
Mills?
yeah, I know ZZ
Her
Mills.
too. Like they're really big. So like for her to just like leave like that. That's,
No, there must have been like some like building animosity.
Yeah.
Like she must have like been like, okay, I have to choose me kind of thing.
maybe.
you know?
But I wonder what she's doing now. But
I don't know.
who knows?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Who are you
Um,
watching? True crime.
True crime?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It's like there's 2 types of people in this world.
I will never stop loving true crime. It is so
Yeah.
good. Like
I get tired of it. Like
I
I
love
used to.
it.
I was binging Stephanie Sue on YouTube, like her
Yes.
true crime, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of tired of this. I don't want to like see the world in from such a negative like perspective because that skews my reality a little bit
Yeah.
into looking deeper, and I don't want to do that. Like, can I just
get
live in my
that.
little positivity bubble?
I get that because I don't look at it that way. I look at it like more on like a like how are they like this and why
Yeah.
are they like this? And to me, it's like more fascinating than like depressing. I think because who I listen to, they give such good detail on like back end stories and then
Like their upbringing and stuff like that? Okay.
and stuff like that, you
Mhm.
know? So I think it's like super interesting. And then also like I love to hear survivor stories because it's like
Oh my god.
yeah, like you would be surprised what some people can survive through.
I watched that Netflix documentary on like my stalker. My stalker loves me or something. I think it's called
what's
that.
I didn't see
It's
that.
basically just like different episodes, a different person and their stalker story and
Oh,
situation.
I am a stalker.
I think so. Yeah,
I watched one
I watched
episode,
one episode.
fucking
too.
terrifying.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
It is so no. Okay, but those are scary. So like,
Christ.
I like true crime, but then some of the podcasts I listen to are true crime comedy, which like makes it lighter.
What is so funny about that though?
No, that's the thing.
There's
People
nothing
have beef
funny.
with it, but it's like they're like, no, we're just coping while we were telling the story, kind of thing. But I've told you about My Favorite Murder. Like that's like my favorite podcast. But oh, and then Crime Junkie. Crime Junkie is serious.
Yeah, that's a big one. Like
that's
I
a
heard
big
lot of
one.
people.
I think My Favorite Murder is higher though. Like I think they're one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Damn.
Yeah, but no, Crime Junkie, they're really cool because they like have helped solve like mystery.
No,
they put their fucking ass into their shit. Like they are for real. Like they get so much donation
while they're talking about it. They're also solving it.
Yeah, and they'll like work directly with like the police departments of like that county or like that area, and they'll like they have contributed in like their. To their community.
I like that though. So the money that they get, they kind of like reinvest it to help out. That's actually a great strategy.
No, they're really good.
Yeah, so that means they have a whole team. Like,
they have a team.
Yeah, like digging for this information and stuff. Same with Stephanie Sue. She hires people in those countries to like give her information and like retell the story from their eyes, you know?
I've watched a bit of Stephanie Sue. Does she focus on like Korean and like Asian ones?
Kinda, yeah. She does a majority of those, yeah.
They're really interesting though.
No,
because you
the
don't
way
really
she tells
hear
it is
about
great.
stories from the other side of the world.
Yeah. I'm just
because
like,
you
how
just
the
think
hell?
like America's like all like the serial killers. Like no, there's crazy people.
No,
really,
everywhere. Yeah. And in Asia, it's even better. Like her sorry, that's not better. Horrible. The stories that she tells, the Asian stories are better because there's CCTV, so you can see them like leave the crime scene. Like you can see everything. Of her retelling the story because in restaurants, whatever, there's always cameras everywhere, because of their government and how they run things. So. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah. Maybe I'll get back into it, you know. Do you want to talk about Tyla? Her interview with
with
Charlemagne.
Sure.
What was that? The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So Tyla did a little interview. Literally little. It was 20 minutes or something like that. Normally they're like an hour long.
Yeah, I know,
so
right?
It's not hard to watch. It's literally like it went by so quick because I love Tyla. Like I'm all about like whenever she releases music, interview, live performance, I'm tapped in.
I really love her.
So cute, so talented. But she is huge now, so she obviously has people on like her PR team telling her what to answer, what not to answer. The way she said, "Don't ask me anything and just talk about my music," but that's not like a way the interview, like especially with Charlemagne the God. That's not how he. Club. Why are you on that podcast?
Because your team kind of screwed you on that one. Because just watch any of his other interviews, you'll know he's gonna come.
He's gonna come at you. He asked about Kai. He asked about the whole colorism thing. Remember when she's just like she didn't want to talk about her.
It's not colorism. It's
not
just
colorism. Being colored.
Yeah,
like her saying being colored and how it's different in the States versus where she's from to rep and colored.
In my head, I'm like, why can't you just explain it? Though?
Yeah,
like
it takes 2 seconds. Just
like end it once and for all because it's really just a difference. Of like the cultures. And like what South Africa has been through, and like that's what they literally refer to mixed people as colored people. It doesn't mean you're colored like from slavery times of America.
I don't get it. I don't know why you just don't one and done, explain it, and that's it. Like you won't get asked about it again, you know? So she literally shut down every single question, but he still asked because her PR girl talked to Charlemagne and said, "Don't ask this, and this," and he's like, "No, we're still gonna ask. So either you come on or don't come. Like And she came on and said like she's not answering any questions, but like why?
It makes you look weird now
because it's like looked at her. It makes you look Hollywood, kind of. It makes you look like too. I don't know, like too good to answer. And honestly, do you remember
on the Kai thing? Like she was like she doesn't even swear. So it's almost like she's being censored because I know she swears at home. Like, come on, like you swear.
Do you think so though?
I think she's actually like that.
I actually think she doesn't swear because I don't know. I feel like her family is so like she came from a really good upbringing. She even said that like she kind of like raised her siblings and stuff like that. Yeah, she's one of the older ones.
I see that. I don't know. Sure. I mean,
and you know how in different cultures like swearing is like forbidden. Super bad,
yeah.
So maybe in South Africa it's actually like. Or Johannesburg, where she's from, like, don't swear. Like in Ethiopia, if I were to just be like, "Fuck this," my cousins or whatever would just be like, "What the hell is wrong with this girl?"
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, maybe not, but it seems like she's being a little bit censored and like, you're like also kind of like you are a big girl. Like
she's 22. Like you can, you can like speak up for yourself and
you lived in South Africa. You are from South Africa. You can definitely explain like that. that in like a short history.
It's not like she's like a South African star. She's like a global celebrity, so she has to, and like,
she's putting on so hard for Africa.
Yeah,
which is why I love her so much, because it's like every time I see her, I'm like proud. I'm like, good for you. Like, you're really, and she's so proud of where she comes from, which is amazing.
Yeah,
I think, but also a lot of Africans look at African Americans in a way that they're like, I'm not even gonna explain it to you because you guys are ignorant. You guys are not gonna get it. Maybe, like, you know.
Okay,
like,
I could see that perspective,
because maybe it's like you guys are gonna twist my words.
You can also Google it.
Also,
like,
Google it.
It's like Google is free. It's right literally there on your phone.
Yeah,
so it's kind of like, why does she need to explain it? But
like, a lot of African Americans were like, how dare she say she's colored? Like,
but guys, it's like, you guys do sound kind of ignorant. I don't know.
You do.
Like, literally just Google it.
America is not the whole world. Yeah. Please, like, there's other places.
That was a little trending thing on TikTok,
that was
too.
Awkward, yeah. When she was just, like, looking back at her manager and looking back at him, like, do I talk? Or she didn't even say a word.
It just it makes me look at her team weird, because it's like, did they not tell you that Charlemagne said, I'm still going to ask all these questions, and then they still brought you here? Because you look hella confused. You're like, why is he still asking me these questions, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we should get into it.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I think we talked on a lot of things. Like, I've talked out. I'm even tired. We can end it right now. Am I the asshole for loudly confronting my coworker in front of everyone when she wrongfully believed I had groomed my wife?
Whoa.
I am 30 years old and male. My wife, Jessica, is 22. My wife has a 7-year-old son, Max, whom she had when she was 15 years old. The father, who was her boyfriend in junior high school and is the same age as Jessica, actually left the state when he and his family learned that she was pregnant. Jessica has no idea where he is, and since her family is well off, she didn't really need or care for his support. I met Jessica when she was 20. We dated for a year and then got married when she was 21. I love Max and raised him as if he was my own son. Last month, Max came to my workplace with Jessica in the early afternoon to surprise me with a lunch outing. As they waited for me to finish up a meeting, the front desk secretary, Claire, chatted with Jessica. I wasn't there for the conversation, but Claire was stunned at how young Jessica looked, and Jessica said she was 22. Apparently, Claire did a bit of napkin math and came to the following conclusion. 1, Jessica is 22 and I am 30. 2, Max is 7. 3, that means Jessica and I had Max when she was 15 and I was 23.
Yeah.
Apparently, from that day on, Claire began gossiping about this. I had no idea what was going on, but I did notice that Claire abruptly changed her attitude towards me, glaring when she thought I wasn't looking or rolling her eyes when I talked to other people.
Yeah.
Well, today at work, when I was in the bathroom washing my hands, I overheard Claire gossiping with a new hire about my underage wife.
Oh, God.
Outside the door by the water cooler. I left my bathroom and then went up behind Claire. She turned around and looked like a deer in the headlights at me. So I announced loudly, "Hi, Claire. You see, I am not Max's biological father. In all of your gossiping to other people, you forgot to consider the most obvious possibility, which was that I am his stepfather. I will, by the way, be reporting you to the HR for this." I headed directly to HR and explicitly told them what Claire had said, and the manager, a fellow gossip friend of Claire's, asked if I really wanted to escalate over something so small. I said yes. She then told me Claire is a single mother and relies on this job.
Yeah. Okay.
And
he's not like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm done. What did he say?
And that I shouldn't have embarrassed her in front of the office like that. I insisted on filing a report. After calming down a bit, I feel kind of bad what I did. Claire cried at her desk and left early. Was I an asshole to approach this issue that way?
Hold on. I think he shouldn't have gone to HR because personally, like, me too, I would have assumed that.
Yeah.
And me too, I would have said, you're disgusting and I hate you because I am worried for Claire, right?
Yeah.
Like, me as a woman, I'm looking at a young 22-year-old girl who's still with a 30-year-old man. Still quite the difference. One. Like, it's coming from a good
20
place.
too. They met at
when
she was 20.
And you're
got
28.
married at 21.
Like, that's really gross. Still, it's still like you're with a child.
Yeah.
And me, I'm worried for her safety.
Yeah.
So it's coming from my heart.
Yeah.
The gossip is not coming from a bad place, to be honest.
Honestly, I get your point. And I feel like he could have explained it to her and been like, I'm her stepdad. And she would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding, you know? And now it's just like, she could possibly lose her job.
Claire has a big mouth for sure.
No, Claire should have definitely shut the fuck up.
No,
like,
the thing is though, like, because...
Or not be so blatant about it.
Yes, don't be so blatant about it. Like, don't, like, be, like, whisper or something. Like, and don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, not too much. But... I think he should have embarrassed her and then ended it there.
Yeah.
And then when you hear, like, okay, she's a single mom and, like, she relies on this, like, don't
like, shame her a little bit.
Yeah, and that's it. And that'll embarrass her enough and she wouldn't do it again.
she knows not to run her mouth
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. That'll put her in her place.
Yeah.
But to go and file the report and like actually like possibly maybe lose her job over your feelings, where it's like it does look bad. You must admit. Come on, like you know, like it.
And
didn't come
anyone
from,
would assume that too, right?
I think most people would.
Yeah.
Because you're already kind of gross for dating a 20-year-old when you're nearly 30, right? Like
so it's like, why wouldn't you go younger too? You know,
who knows? Maybe you're disgusting.
Yeah, men are weird.
I think asshole. I think so.
I think he's asshole too.
Yeah.
I think you could have really just left it there and like
like confronted her.
Yeah, and what are you gonna tell the HR? Like that she's like embarrassing you in the or like
spreading rumors, I guess.
Okay,
like,
bullying maybe
bullying, but also kind of like you're calling me a pedophile at the end of the day, though.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Right? Like certainly
Isn't
was
that like defamation kind of?
Yeah, defamation.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the word I was looking for. The manager is also very much biased and is friends with Claire. You can tell
for
because
sure.
It's like, are you sure you want to do this? Because like I don't think you should say that to an employee. Like if they're coming to you and saying like, I want to report something because I'm uncomfortable or something. But at the same time, it looks bad. I don't know. People will assume. You have to know that.
Yeah.
Because 22. Damn. I would judge a 30-year-old dating a 22-year-old today. Can you imagine yourself 22 years old, like seriously being in a real relationship with like a 30, 31-year-old?
I've always found older men really attractive though.
No, I get that too. Me too. I don't know. But knowing
if I found the right guy, because there are people who do get married at 20, 22 to older men and they are so happy like with their lives. And then there's the complete opposite where they're like, you know, divorced at 25 or whatever. Yeah. So it's like you could really find your soulmate at that age and like he could set you up for life. You're and so it's great, you know?
You totally can. I'm just saying like from the perspective of someone who's in their late 20s now. Yeah. And then knowing how you are at 22. No, I'm still going to judge the 30-year-old who's dating that person. I'm not judging the 22-year-old. I'm just like saying like me at 22, I was so dumb and and it's fun for them because you're so dumb and you're so whatever, like you're so naive and you're so like happy because like whatever. But I'm definitely judging the guy. Yeah. Definitely.
I can judge you a little bit, but like still not going to change anything. You know, like as long as you guys are like adults. Happy and you guys are adults and he's treating you right, taking care of you, whatever, as a grown man should, you know? Yeah. I mean, you know, do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to judge you still. I'm going to judge you. I'm going to judge you. I can judge.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for refusing to donate my kidney to my dying sister because she got with my high school bully?
Wait, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Girl.
Throw away because this has a lot more personal information than I want on my main. All names are fake, though. Also, fuck mobile formatting. Okay. I'm a 35-year-old gay man. When I was in high school, I was bullied severely by, quote, Darren. I won't go into details, but it was really bad, past the point of typical high school douchebaggery. In my sophomore year, I made the mistake of coming out to one of my friends who promptly spread this information around the school. Before this, Darren had targeted me for being unathletic and wearing glasses and had done this to a couple other kids as well. But after I was outed, it was only me and only because of my sexuality.
Damn.
After high school, I moved away for college. I made friends, even got a boyfriend, and pretty much forgot about Darren until one Thanksgiving, my sister Ellie brought home her boyfriend, Darren. No joke, the first thing he said when he saw me was, "Damn, Ellie, you didn't tell me your brother's a F word." Like he says the F word, yeah. Ellie fucking laughed, as did my dad. I was kind of stunned, and I didn't yell or start a fight. I just got up and walked out. After the fact, my family tried to play it off as Darren was joking because he was nervous meeting the family, and they told me that he and Ellie were so serious.
Was this a recent meeting is what I wanted to ask, like, or was this at the time of when they were in high school?
No, this is recent. Okay, so after the fact, my family tried to play it off as Darren was joking because he was nervous meeting the family, and they told me that he and Ellie were serious, so I had to get over it. I just told them all that I wouldn't be attending any event where Darren was. In private, I told Ellie that I felt hurt that she'd date Darren knowing what he did to me. She basically called me too sensitive and told me that she has a right to date who she likes, which yeah, she does. Since then, I've been putting distance between myself and my family, who seem to have readily accepted Darren into the fold. Recently, my mom reached out to tell me that Ellie was in the hospital and needed a kidney transplant. The rest of the family has been tested and none of them could donate, and my mom wanted me to get tested because I'm her full brother with the high likelihood of a match. The thing is, after all these years, Ellie is basically a stranger to me. If I were to do this, I'd have to drive 3 states back to my hometown, miss who knows how much work, and give up a piece of my flesh, all for the women who dated and eventually married the guy who made my high school days a living hell. I told my mom that I wouldn't be getting tested, and she freaked out at me over the phone. I quickly hung up on her, but before I did, I heard her call me vindictive and a monster for refusing to save my sister's life. I admit I do feel guilty about it. am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the asshole.
If it's life and death, man, like, come on.
You're her brother at the end of the day.
Are you gonna let her
and
die
you're
over
complaining
this?
about like driving 3 states back and
like,
stuff like
and missing
okay,
work?
I get it. Yes,
Like-
you should be selfish about your organs, right? Like it is a very serious thing to give
True,
up.
yeah.
But to be like it's because of her man that I don't want to save my sister is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But like damn, like I can't imagine giving up an organ. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like, from his perspective too, is like fuck, I want all my
and
organs to myself.
it's a big
huge. It's
change
gonna
in
affect your life
after.
forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's like you have
Isn't
to
it-
change your
Isn't it more for the person giving up the organ? Like it's more
Yeah. They always say like when you give up your kidney, it's
Yeah.
like you're gonna see the other person
Shine.
shine and you're gonna start
you're
to like
gonna start to
wither
yeah.
a
So it's
little
like
bit.
it's a huge decision.
yeah, and especially if you're like, I actually already cut you guys out of my life.
Oh my
It's
God.
the fact that he
You're
said
an asshole, but it's just like do what you want at the
Yeah,
end of
at the end of the day, it's a
it is
big
your
choice,
organ.
yeah.
I get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it.
But you
Damn.
you must really lock in that those people are not your family anymore.
Yeah.
Because if she does die and
That's
you don't even get
crazy.
tested to check if you're a match,
Yeah.
yeah, they're definitely done with you too now.
Damn. Would you donate to your brother?
Yeah,
Your organs?
100%.
Yeah.
Would you not donate to your sister?
No, I would. I'd just be like, damn it. Fine.
Yeah.
What can
No,
I
but like
do?
for real though, like if she was like, God forbid, if she was sick for real
Yeah.
and you're the only match, I know you would do it in a second. Like,
Mhm.
like obviously it would suck and you can't drink as much after and like you have to change your lifestyle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know people with one kidney that are thriving and
Really?
and drinking and stuff. And I also met this one girl at a resort in Mexico. She also had to get her kidney removed, and she just pees frequently. So like we were in the pool too.
No,
And
no,
she's just like,
no.
I'm just peeing. Every 10 seconds because we were drinking a lot. I was like
You have to
bringing
keep
them
that a
drinks
secret,
and
even
stuff.
though everyone is doing
She
it.
was so open though. She told me her entire life, but like I guess you just flush
That's
it. You
the fun
flush
part
things
of
out
resorts,
quicker.
eh?
Yeah, because like you only have one. It's going through
Yeah.
one kidney only,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's the only con, I guess.
I don't
You
like
just
her
frequent
saying
peeing.
that.
Yeah,
Please
she's
don't
just
say
very
that.
open right there.
I'm actually peeing on you.
Yeah,
so
it
thank
is.
you.
It's coming to me, right?
Yeah.
So get that you can like still live a very like fulfilling life even after you just have one
You
kidney.
just get used to it. It's a change.
It's a change. You are the asshole for saying no. Like if she
yeah,
dies,
sorry.
of
like,
course
yeah,
you're the asshole.
You are the asshole.
But
But if
You
that's
know?
your choice,
That's your
it makes
choice.
him more of an asshole because he's like, I have to drive back. I'm missing
like
work.
that's not the real
that's
issue.
not the real.
You
yeah,
don't give a
yeah.
fuck about
Like
that. Stop
be-
mentioning
be
that.
for real.
What are the comments on that though? I
I
really
have to
want to know
find
like
it.
what people in the comments are saying. Like
Some people are on his side.
Really?
Someone commented he wouldn't want his wife to have a gay kidney after all. Sounds like a good solution.
oh
Those people are saying not the asshole. OP should just leave his sister a flat note and then remind them his sister is reaping what she sowed. Besides, her husband would not want his wife to even consider getting an organ from a gay man.
oh my
Again,
God.
brother-in-law is reaping what he sowed. I would absolutely be that petty. This is a perfect example of why you should be nice to people because you never know when you will need them to save your life.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like our culture where I'm just like family's still family.
Absolutely. I didn't like the parents trying to defend the boyfriend and being like he was just nervous. That's why he called you the F word.
Like that's crazy. Yeah.
That, no, like that
No,
is
that's
the worst
super
thing to call
disrespectful.
anyone that's gay.
Yeah.
Like what? That's like saying the N word when you see a black
Right?
guy.
It's like,
Or-
oh, he's just nervous.
What?
Just have
Does
to
he have
say it.
Tourette's? Like, why are you nervous? Like, you know,
No, that's crazy. No, because
that's
but
insane.
people are really saying like Ellie deserves to die. Like, sorry. Like,
no, homophobia is no joke.
pretty much everyone's saying she
Honestly,
deserves to
the-
die.
You know what though? When I look at it in the reverse, what if she doesn't change after this? You know, like,
Right?
and he goes through all of this, does all that. Now she has your kidney, and she doesn't talk to you, doesn't do anything,
Yeah,
and
and
you
your family
live in
still
regret
sucks.
your entire life.
And
like
your,
you know,
and your life, your quality of life is not as good as it used
it's
to
not
be.
going to be the same.
And I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to say no because you just don't fuck with them anymore, just say no.
Yeah.
like, that's it. Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I don't even talk to you guys.
Am I the asshole for suspecting my wife of doing something awful at her friend's Bachelorette week in Mexico?
Oh no.
She spent virtually $0 and took no pictures. Sir, something happened in Mexico. I am in the middle of probably the biggest crisis of my adult life, and I can barely think, so I apologize in advance if this comes across as really weird or rambly. My wife went to Mexico last week for a friend's bachelorette party, and aside from the plane ticket, the hotel, and the first day's food and drinks, she didn't spend a penny all week. I mean, on the credit card, it's as clear as day that on Monday up until 9 p.m., she was buying dinner stuff at the hotel shop, drinks at the bar, souvenirs, and then 9 p.m., she didn't spend another cent the entire week until she was at her layover airport in Dallas. She says it's because her friend took over and paid for everything. I guess this is plausible, but it still gives me a funny feeling. What is worse is that my wife is a person who posts her entire life on Instagram, on TikTok, mostly Instagram. But if she does anything from get a latte to picking the kids up at school, she will post it either as a picture or as a story. The last thing she posted on TikTok was that trend of people jumping into their vacation from the airport, and after that her social media is blank.
Oh no.
I was kind of keeping an eye on it because I was excited for her to go on the trip, and again, I guess it's plausible, but it gives me a funny feeling. When she got home, I said I can't wait to see all the pics she took, and she really blew me off and said that she just didn't feel like taking pics that week.
Wait, this is so weird.
She has also been incredibly distant, and last night she said that she felt like sleeping on the couch because the AC hits her better. This is 100% true, but I swear I heard her talking on the phone in the middle of the night. When I got up to check on her, I accidentally tripped over the dog and made a huge racket. So when I got downstairs, she appeared to be asleep.
Oh my God.
Guilty. I brought all of this up this morning and said I'm not accusing her of anything, but all this put together is making me feel uneasy.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to bait her or fight with her, just get my feelings on the table. She said, "You are a major fucking asshole for bringing this up on her first day back at work." I said I wasn't trying to pry, just communicating with her, and she said, "Your communication is prying and I'm not discussing this with you ever again." She then took the kids to summer camp and left. Am I the asshole? And there's so many edits. Oh my gosh, but yeah.
No.
Am I the asshole?
Fucking no.
Just
What
think
the
of it
hell?
like in the reverse. If your man did
Bro,
this.
the way I would be like into their phone, like I would be logged into everything.
What do you think about boys trips? On like a separate, like your man going
I don't
on a
like
trip
them
with like
that much.
but like his
I'm
boys.
not okay. It depends who your friends are.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, because my boyfriend's friends are
Married.
Let me not talk too fast. You know what? You never fucking know. But
Don't they say married men cheat the most?
listen,
Just
so let me
saying.
be quiet. From what
Yeah.
I see, they seem like good people, but I don't know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
there has to be a level of trust, obviously.
For sure.
But I also know a girl whose man, all of her man's friends, he is like they're all bad. Like they all do they love to do like they almost have like a lot of them have open relationships, so they'll go and they'll pick up other girls and they'll have like threesomes and this and that and
with their girl on vacation or like
with their girl, or they'll be
What?
like they'll even do like swaps, like they'll like like I'll take your girl, you take my man, kind of thing.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like, and a lot of his friends are like that. And then they went on a boys trip to Colombia.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I said,
no South American.
you're not going anywhere in South America. Sorry, you're not just going. You're just not going.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Yeah, literally.
Iceland.
Go there. Go over
Explore.
there.
How about explore
No,
nature?
we're so funny. We are so funny.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Call me wrong. Okay, but like,
because in the reverse, like girls' trip is so innocent, right? Like
no,
for
because
some,
it's like I think like Colombia and like Miami are like you're not allowed.
on.
You're just not allowed.
Miami
because
Baddie
and then,
Central,
and then he like if you're and then all of his friends like not black Spanish looking women.
okay.
So what it is you have
So you want to join? You feel left
you
out.
have me
Yeah.
at home working right
like a dog.
like a dog while you are in Colombia. No
Yeah.
way. No.
No,
So,
it's not happening.
Yeah, so it really depends who like birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it's just the facts.
Yeah.
But also some women really trust their man, and sometimes like okay, let me just talk for myself. I sometimes have a problem, yes and no.
I would have a problem with it.
Yes and no.
I do. Obviously, I trust my man, but it's just like I don't even want you around single guys.
That's the thing. I don't know.
how
No,
men
you can't. Yeah,
are.
you can't go with single guys. You
Yeah.
can't go with single guys. All your friends have to be in relationships or married.
Yeah.
Once you're single, you're involved in single activities.
How can you not be? They're gonna get a
You're
group of
going to a
girls
club.
to come over to
Yeah.
their group. They're
No,
gonna
there's no
buy
way.
them drinks. You guys are all gonna drink together.
No.
There's probably gonna be,
And you
a
can't
girl
be the
that's
loser
left
who's
out that'll
not.
probably talk to you, or you'll talk to them.
Are
It's
you
just
having
like
a one-on-one conversation with a woman in another
drunk?
country? No.
drunk by the beach
Are you giving her eyes?
that you see every day in a bikini? No,
It's not happening.
It's just not. So
It's
no.
just not.
So no. It's
Actually,
not
you know what? I'm actually not okay with
No,
it.
I'm not okay with it.
Sorry.
Yeah. But it's very rare that you hear from a girl's trip that like something happens, or you know what I mean? Like when it's a bunch of
that's true.
single girls. Like
That's true. Maybe she hates him. But I don't think he's the asshole. Yeah.
Can you just slip that in? Like, because true, maybe she hates him.
Yeah,
no, maybe she does.
I really do think, like, for you to throw away a marriage where you have kids and stuff, like, you must hate your husband.
You're risking it all right now.
Yeah, and then it's really your own social media, like, track.
You're not slick with it. And it's normally the girls that are, like, very strategic with cheating, you know? But you're being stupid. You're being so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think us on her side. Like, if you're gonna cheat better.
Like, do it better. Be like more, like, be yourself while you're cheating. Don't change your personality.
So obvious, you know.
Yeah, and so no, you're not the asshole. If you're gonna be obvious, he's gonna question you.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna gaslight him right away and be like, "Why are you asking me any questions? Be for real."
Oh my god! Wait, there's edits. Hold on, can I read this?
Yes.
So, edit number 1. So I realized that her text probably synced to her iPad, and I just checked. It took me a while to figure out the passcode, but I did, and there was a message at 9:15 the night she got to the resort from a number with no contact info that said, "Okay, I'll meet you in the lobby." Is the app you said Signal? I looked up Signal, and it's a kind of like it's kind of like WhatsApp. The iPad doesn't have Signal on it. Thanks for everyone in the nice comments. Edit 3. She cheated. My sister was able to get lots of info from the real estate guy, and my wife denied it at first, but then admitted it. Sorry, it took so long to update, but I'm numb. That's really sad.
It's very sad. But it's
now
like,
what?
Could you
like
be less obvious? Like
planning a divorce and shit.
Yeah.
For people looking up our personal stuff, we don't live in. So people are really invested in this story, clearly. So yeah, she cheated. I mean, like, come on.
So obvious. And
come
on.
The
first night back, you're not sleeping at home. After a week away from your man, you should be all over him. Like, I missed you so much. Like, and you're gonna sleep on the couch for AC.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Damn. Man.
Very obvious. Yeah, she hates
horrible mom too. Like, for you to cheat on father of your kids, you know, you know that it'll affect the household. Obviously, now there's going to be a divorce in place, and now they're going to have to, like, I mean, you know,
if you need a divorce, get a divorce. But yeah, the cheating, and like now your son will definitely know.
There's no way that the kids won't find out about this.
And they're
like,
gonna bro, your kids will have feelings towards you for the next like 20 years until they grow up and like understand it in a different way. But like they'll
resent you
for sure, or they will never. They might not ever understand or give you any kind of empathy, especially boys. I think girls maybe grow up and like have like better understandings of people and why they might do stuff, but boys are gonna be like, they're gonna hate their mom and they're gonna hate women. Yeah,
no, for real. All right,
that's a bad one. My 30 female coworker, 28 male, is ignoring me because I said he should leave his wife.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Coworker, you said, right?
Yeah. Okay. How do I make it less awkward? My coworker Sam and I are like two peas in a pod. I've never had a relationship like that. We both like documentaries and books. We constantly send each other documentaries. We always take lunch together and talk about the videos we've sent recently. I asked him if his wife watches those videos, and he laughed and said no, and that she jokes and will say he's such a nerd. I said, it doesn't seem like you two have much in common. He got annoyed and asked, am I implying that he doesn't have a connection to his wife? I told him it seems like we have a stronger connection than him and his wife.
What?
He told me him and his wife are happy and happily married. I told him if it's just strange she doesn't share a major interest of yours. He started ignoring me the rest of lunch. He blocked me from his personal phone, and we only speak at work now. Even then, it's only about work. Even after I apologize, he's still the same way. I want things to go back to normal because the work days are definitely longer ever since he stopped talking to me. So am I the asshole?
You're so fucking weird.
Like, not only are you the asshole, but you're weird. You're fucking weird, dude.
Oh my god.
Who does that? Yeah. And he's a good man.
Yeah.
Like, he is a good man. Or the way he blocked you so fast.
Maybe she's annoying and unattractive. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, he will never even entertain it. You're just annoying. Like, you know?
Now, and now maybe, like, it's gone, like, now that you said that, and like, you really crossed a boundary and went and said something about his marriage, maybe he's just so unattracted to you now because like that loss of respect.
Yeah.
Because you cannot talk about people's marriage. Like,
no, it's her saying, not you guys don't have anything in common, but we have more in common than you and your wife.
Leave your wife for me.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say that?
She seems already crazy. Yeah, and I also think, like, I don't know wwhy, like, something gives me, you know, like, because maybe there's no attraction there, and that's why he blocked her, and he's just like, no, please get away from me.
And maybe that's why they were able to have, like, a good connection at work, too, and, like, talk, and there was, like, a platonic friendship, but then she ruined it.
Yeah. And she apologized, and he still doesn't want anything to do with you, so just leave him alone. Like, please, he's happy in his relationship. Like, go find someone else. else to bother, you know?
Who does that? It shows a sign of mental illness.
For sure.
And
you still begging
that,
is mental illness. You know what I mean?
No, there's just
clear that like
there's boundaries in this life.
Yeah.
And you crossed one. Sorry.
Okay, am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that if all she brings to the table is sex, then she shouldn't be surprised that's what I want? Sorry, this isn't incel rage bait. I am not trying to get her to agree to free use or a bang mate or anything like that. My girlfriend and I were having a discussion about our future. She used the phrase, "What do you bring to the table?" I said that my job made our lifestyle possible, that I did my share of the household chores, and that I always treated her with respect. She said that was a bare minimum. She said that she also contributes to our budget. She does. About 10% of our budget is from her. Thank you. No, that is so funny.
Thank you.
No, that is
hey,
so funny.
I contribute my 10%, okay?
Okay, cool.
So you better shut it.
Thank you so much. About 10% of our budget is from her. She is in school, so she doesn't work much. I didn't care. I thought the plan was for her to contribute more once she got a job after she graduated. Apparently, that is not the plan. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom to our dogs because we are child-free.
Thank you.
Okay.
She sounds so funny.
Yeah. No, she's in her own world. Yeah. That's what it is.
I want to be a stay-at-home mom to take care of
our dogs. They're a lot of work, so...
They're sleeping.
So, yeah, they sleep all day. So I said that if that's all she brings to the table is sex, then I would expect it all the time. As a joke. That's not a joke. Like, shut the fuck up. You know there's a little undertone.
There's definitely some truth in there.
You know?
Yeah.
She didn't take it that way. She said that I earn enough for both of us and that she would be doing lots of other stuff for us. That thinking of her just for sex was demeaning. I asked for examples, but she couldn't give any except her half of the chores. So she would want me to work, support her, and do half of the housework in return for what exactly? Watching my dogs? I said that wasn't going to happen. She could either contribute fairly or we're not going to work because I don't want to bang maid.
So she's not even willing to do any more of the housework.
Yeah.
She said, I still need you to do 50%.
Half of it. Yeah. I also want to save money. Right now, I'm subsidizing her life, so I'm not putting as much into my retirement as I would like. She said she wasn't serious about staying home, but she is angry with me for what I said. I was just trying to make light of what I thought was a ridiculous idea. Someone said, wait, she's telling you she wants a future with you, but is asking what you bring to the table, like she's interviewing you for a job.
Yeah.
Also, who asked their partner, what do you bring to the table? If you're not sure why you're dating me, then why the F are you dating me? I think this is stupid because then she said, never mind, I was just joking that I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, you know, but like...
Maybe she just got caught, like, in her not making sense.
Yeah. This very selfish bubble
very
that you're
selfish.
Living in.
And it's so unrealistic, too.
It sounds like she spends a lot of time on TikTok. Like, that's what it sounds like.
100% does. Yeah. It sounds like she's getting her ideologies from...
Of what relationships should be and should look like from...
social media.
Stay-at-home TikTok or something like that.
Because like, how can you stay at home and then not do most of the housework when he's doing most of the paying? Like,
the reason for stay-at-home is to be a mom. It's not to be just stay-at-home girlfriend just for nothing.
That's a very TikTok thing, though. So maybe it really is from TikTok because it's like that's where that idea of like, oh, I just want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. But guys, like stay-at-home girlfriend gets ugly so fast because
you're
at the
so
end of the
replaceable.
Day, sorry. It's giving bum.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like do something, bro. We are young. We are mobile. We are able-bodied.
Yeah.
Like we have all the opportunity in this world to do something with our lives, and it's like. You want to stay at home and do nothing, and it's not like I'm very much for like your man can contribute to your life and like pay most of the bills, but it's like
do
that doesn't mean
your free time.
Yes,
like what you're
it's
saying.
like you are such like a useless person if you don't even have like you're not doing anything, and it's like if you have the luxury of a man who's paying for your life, right? Yeah. You have like this opportunity to really create something great with your life then.
Yeah.
You can use that free time and do something lucrative. Make more money. Like where's the hunger at, bro?
Help him out.
Like
do more of the chores.
Yeah.
You know, like
okay, like also like do the chores, but also like don't you want to make more money? Like he's making good money, but there's more to be made.
And also like I guess she's going to school right now and like maybe she just wants to No, she's still in school.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So the plan was after she graduates, get a job and then contribute more. But she said, no, I just want to be a stay-at-home mom. So she's still in school. But yeah, it's just like build your resume. Like, you know, do things after you graduate. You cannot
be 27 or 28 or 29 with like no job history.
Nothing. Just school.
If not, and you better start your influencer life.
Yeah.
And if that was her plan, I'd be like, okay, yeah, makes sense. You have the time for that. You can do that. But if that's not the plan, like if you just literally want to watch your dogs, like,
That was like, how did you expect him not to react a certain way? Like, did you think he could
he's
just
gonna make a comment?
like, yeah, maybe there was some truth to it, but it's just like kind of showing you you're essentially useless. Like, like that's kind of what he meant by that. But no, not the asshole for saying that. I guess like she kind of needed a reality check
for sure.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister she's no longer the it girl?
Come on.
So I, 25 female, have a sister, 30 female. We're from a small town where everyone knows each other. When we were younger, she was the it girl of our town. She was really pretty, social, well-liked by everyone in general. I was the opposite. I looked like Dobby from Harry Potter. I was extremely skinny, had crooked teeth, frizzy hair, and a huge nose.
Okay.
Really grotesque to look at in general.
Oh my God.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
When people saw us together, they would get really surprised. They would often ask us, like, whether we have the same dad or not. On top of that, I always felt like my sister...
so bold.
They're so rude.
No, that's crazy.
They're so rude.
Same dad or different dad?
You're so ugly.
Make
and
it more
disgusting.
obvious that I'm
and
the
your
unattractive
sister is
one.
gorgeous. How?
How did that happen?
How is it possible?
Just
You
say,
ugly.
That's better than like, do you have different
like,
dads? Like,
what?
Just be honest. You
They're
know.
So rude. Okay, so she said, on top of that, I always felt like my sister was ashamed of me. She never wanted to take me anywhere or wouldn't like being seen with me. She even told me it's because people ask her questions about me. The thing that really annoyed me was when her friends would make fun of me.
Oh my God.
They would often call me the little goblin. My sister would never stick up for me.
Wait. Because of what is going on.
Yeah.
I need a picture of her now.
How ugly were you, for real? Because it's almost like you're either doing too much or you really were that ugly.
No, maybe
like,
she was.
Maybe she really was.
There are some really ugly people in this world, so I believe it. Like, you know?
And especially like how, like when you grow up, like when you're younger versus how you end up in your adult life can be really night and day. Like, you know, sometimes people run into money. They really change what they're like insecure about. And then they become the person who they want to be, like physically. You know?
Grow out of the ugly phase. But this generation doesn't have an ugly face, but that's another topic.
Right? That's another thing. They really don't. Since I knew from a young age people wouldn't like me for my looks, I always worked hard on my grades. I went to a good university, then I worked on my looks. I gained weight, got a hair care routine, got a nose job, and got braces.
Damn.
Now I'm like a 7 out of 10. And my sister's life, on the other hand, didn't go so well. She went to university, then dropped out, got married and divorced, and moved back home, and now works in a market. She also gained a lot of weight because of the stress. This summer, she called me asking whether she could come and stay with me and my fiance for a while. She told me that she cannot live with my mom anymore, and there's nothing to do in our small town. I agreed, and she started living with us. Issue is, whenever she gets the chance, she talks about our past. She says how much I changed myself and tells everyone my looks weren't always great. And the other day we were out with friends and she did it again. But she also showed the most unflattering childhood picture of me. And people started laughing.
Why would she do that?
I don't know what happened, but I started seeing red. I told her she also looks really different now.
No.
Like 40 pounds heavier.
Oh shit, no, girl. Calm down.
And she said, and that that you're no longer the it girl, so she should stop acting that way. She's the girl who lives at her sister's house rent-free and tries to embarrass her. We are currently not talking. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole. If you had that one moment to shine and like kind of dim her light, you take that one moment.
She took her
she was doing it your entire life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Again. And she tried to do it again, which is kind of crazy. So no, you're not the asshole.
And it's really
reality
wild.
check, like like reality check,
right? Like you can't do it while you're living at my house rent free because you're in a bad spot. Like I can't forever be your punching bag. Like you know what I mean? Like it's not the same. I do feel for the sister too because like I'm sure that's all she has left. You know what I mean? Like just like the past. But now it's time to like reality check. Sister, you're not that old. You're only 30.
Yeah.
Get your life together.
Go to the gym.
Go back to the gym. Yeah. Go to school. Finish the shit off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not too late for you either. So don't start acting like that by being a bitter person, making fun of your sister and like bringing up the past, which clearly she fucking hates. Yeah. It was really traumatic for her. So not the
clearly
asshole.
She still has very strong feelings with how she described how she looked, you know? So
she must have been a little gremlin for real.
I mean, people said
Dobby
looked like Dobby.
Yeah, so that is a gremlin, really. Yeah. So
but no, you're not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Sis,
I'm glad you got it out.
Yeah.
And then maybe now you guys can have a heart to heart and be like, honestly, don't ever make fun of my past again, and you need to get your life together because you're still supporting her, she's still living in the house. Yeah. So and that's still very nice of her.
This can't continue on forever. No. Like you need to get it together.
Yeah, it's me and my fiance's house, so you got to go.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Damn. this just goes to show you, like, be nice to everyone. You never know where you'll end up in like 5-10 years.
That is
like,
so real.
You know what I mean? Like, life will humble you so quickly.
The people you pass on the way up are the same people you see on the way down. So it's like, that is the realest thing ever.
So real.
You have to just be nice to everyone. Be a good person. That's it. If you're a good person, you're good.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about a thing.
Yeah.
So
true.
Guys, we need to watch Love Island.
Oh yeah, we need to watch Love Island for sure. So
and we need to
have
talk
some
about
commentary.
it next time. And
when you leave, I'm watching it.
Yeah,
I'm literally
when I get home
start
tonight,
watching it
after my showing. I'm gonna watch Love Island. Thanks
Make
for watching, guys.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, rate us on Spotify.
Bring us to 200.
Hopefully, we get to 200 by the time, or by the time we film.
Do you think we'll get 1,000?
I hope so. We just need to keep shouting it out. I think the more we post on TikTok. Anyways,
are you gonna do the TikTok?
Bye, guys. Yeah, we will.
Bye. Love you.